Have you been watching Severance on Apple TV? This poster appears outside the elevator in the Lumen offices. It's a parody of a very famous poster from the 1970s. This is it. This is the original Hang in There Baby cat poster. And I'm going to tell you all about this. The story starts in 1963. A photographer named Victor Baldwin took a bunch of pictures of his Siamese cats. One of them, named Sassy, tried to climb up on a pole, and so he got the perfect shot of her trying to pull herself up. He didn't do anything with the pictures until 1970 when he published them in a book called The Outcast Kitten. This appears to be very similar to the Ugly Duckling story. He wrote the story around the existing pictures, and people reached out to him and asked if they could have a copy of the print. In 1972, he started placing ads in magazines saying that you could get the poster for just $2. He added the slogan, "Hang in there, baby," and this motivational poster sold in the first year 350,000 copies at $2 each. It was so successful that he had to stop doing all of his other studio work and focus solely on mailing out posters. The poster was parodied in 1982 by Garfield, who hung from a tree for a week. In 1986, the Garbage Pail Kids released a set of posters. One of them featured Garfield. I think I have to censor that. I probably should. I did. In the season 8 episode, The Twisted World of Marge Simpson, Marge spots a very similar poster.
Hang in there, baby. Copyright 1968. Determined or not, that cat must be long dead.
A parody of this was my favorite gag in the movie The Cat in the Hat starring Mike Myers. They even have a parody of it in the Lego movie.
Believe. I know that sounds like a cat poster, but it's true.
And on That 70s Show.
Hang in there, baby.
Key and Peele did a spoof on The Usual Suspects, but they focused on the cat poster.
The guy's name is Cat Branchman.
So what's a guy like you and a guy named Cat? You're just using what you see in my poster.
I'm not detective.
In 1973, when Spiro Agnew was being pressured to step down as Vice President of the United States, a bunch of his supporters got together, signed a card for him, and gave him a copy of the poster. Spiro didn't hang in there, and Gerald Ford became vice president. Here's a bit of trivia for you. The first copy of the cat poster ever sold was sold to the composer of The Music Man, Mr. Meredith Willson. Baldwin did receive a few complaints from people that thought maybe the animal was being tortured in some way, and he said no. He watched that cat climb up there on her own and briefly hold on to that pole. There were plenty of knockoff posters, but Victor Baldwin protected his copyright, and he sued as many people as he could, and he won every lawsuit. I'm going to show you a few of them. Hang in there, Putty Tat. This was a Paula figure. You used to see these in stationery stores and everybody's aunt's house. Now, this is one of the knockoffs, but I believe I've seen this one way more than the original. That version of the poster appeared in Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau's office in Canada in 1973. And then when his son Justin became Prime Minister, he put the same poster up in his office. Here's an article I saw on The Onion that made me laugh. They do have 9 lives. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and subscribe.